Well, we found the studio. Shannon actually was the one who told me about it. So I know she always likes to bring this up to me, like one of those I told you so things. Like, I'm the one who showed you the studio. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she's looking away. She's looking away because she knows I'm right.
You wouldn't have a show if you didn't know where the studio was.
I wouldn't have, and I owe her greatly for that. I do. I owe her greatly.
I had to find the studio for a project for Schneider's classes. We had to go around campus and find different things, and I was assigned the TV studio. That's why. And I brought it back to you,
and then
I showed you about it, and you said, "Oh, we should try and start a television show, just for fun."
Mm-hmm. I had a television show in high school, and it was called The Morning Show. We did it every day, 5 days a week. I don't know how many days in the school year there were, but there were a lot. Yeah, so I did that every day. I was the technical director, and then I eventually was promoted to the producer. I worked on that for 4 years. So when I came here, I kind of wanted to do something similar to that. And then last year, my pop culture class in high school, we went to go see Live with Kelly and Michael. And I used to watch Live with Regis and Kelly, and then I stopped following it. And then once we went and saw that show, I fell in love with the format and how they had their show set up. How they had, in the beginning, the host would walk out to some song, they'd sit down at a table, and they would have their host chat. And they would just talk about things that have happened, current events, and then they'd bring out guests. And it was somewhat serious, but there was also that splash of fun that they had put into that. And that was something that I really, really liked about their setup. So originally, when my idea for a television show was, it wasn't really that, but it was more of The Daily Show, but on a college scale. And we had one of our original hosts, Aaron Fonda. He's got that great, when I first met him, I knew he's got that great sarcastic attitude. Something like, very similar to Jon Stewart's attitude, and just the way he presents himself is very similar to Jon Stewart. So I figured that would be a great fit. But the news thing really didn't work out. And
I mean, we just kind of did it as a kind of a fun thing too, to experiment, and then it expanded from there to see if we ended up getting Bianca.
Yeah, we got another host, and she came on, and we renamed it the Aaron and Bianca Show, and that was more of a
talk show kind of thing.
It was more of a talk. Yeah, it was a talk show, but it followed the format that I liked from Live with Kelly and Michael. The host chat in the beginning, and then
having different guests.
Yeah, having different guests come on and perform and talk about things. And we've gone from there to Aaron left first semester, so then we had to find a new host, which was Mike, and then Bianca left this semester. We had to find another new host, which is now Shelby, and we renamed the show because I was tired of, one of my main reason for renaming the show is because I got tired of we'd buy like a domain name, like a .com, like we had the Aaron and Bianca Show.com, and then Aaron left, and I'm like, I'm not buying another one because that's $10 down the drain. So we decided to go get, I'm like, oh, I'm going to change the name to something that even if all the hosts leave, we can still have that name, we can reuse it. So SUNY IT Live, even though we're not technically live because we can't do live broadcasts because of regulatory things.
I mean, there's really not. We can have people come sit and watch, but we don't have like
we can have a live studio audience. We can't actually broadcast live.
And I mean, a lot of the effects that we have on here with the cameras and the green screen, and that's all kind of things that not just with television production, but movies and the set on movies. I like movies. I like everything that gets put into those, while the producing and the filming and all the special effects that we get from like movie magic. I mean, falling off of a cliff, but really the person's attached to a harness and just a background with a green screen. I remember I watched this part from what is it? Pirates of the Caribbean. It was a behind-the-scenes documentary look, and it showed the ship, the giant ship they had, but the whole background was covered with a green screen. And like that's the water and everything like that. And I just thought that was really cool. So I mean, movies is just something I really like looking into. Just the editing and everything like that. And then another main part, since we're just talking about entertainment in general, is the music concept of it. And music is a big part of everybody's life. So we have our special guest here, and our special guest is going to talk a little bit about their opinions with music.
Why are we?
Hello, and welcome to the newest segment of Solomon Speaks. Today, I've taken a few questions from people across America about the music industry. Listen, I have a lot of opinions, and I'm going to share them with you. So let me talk here. From Louise, from Arkansas, down south, she writes to me, "Good morning, Solomon. A lot of you foreigners are calling yourselves Americans. In my opinion, you have to like country music to be American. Do you like country? And who is your favorite artist?" Louise, I do love country music. I come to this country and I want to be American, and yes, I listen to the country music. I love it, the Little Big Town, do you say? The Little Big Town, yes. I like to get down on the pontoon. Yes, I like the pontoon. So yes, Little Big Town is my favorite country artist. And yes, I like the country music. Our next question comes from Amanda from Chicago. "Hey Solomon, what do you think of Miley Cyrus?" Miley. Well, I do not know too much about Miley. Whenever I see her, she's always licking something. And, it is just not something that, I am that into, young girl licking stuff. No, not for me. I think she needs, a little better parenting. Yes, parenting. But besides that, I cannot say too much about this Miley Cyrus. I did know a woman named Miley back in my home country, Russia. And, she did not like to sit on the wrecking balls or anything like that. So, I can't say too much about the Miley Cyrus. Next question from a concerned parent from the suburbs. Solomon, do you have kids? And what kind of music do you let them listen to? I do have a son. His name is Malachi. He is 12 years old. Almost a man. I let him, only listen to the Star Wars soundtrack. I want him to be scared. I want the music to let him feel emotion, I like to listen to the Imperial March. I want him to be very, very scared when he listens to music. I don't know why, but I feel like it's my job to do that. And you know what? I will raise my kid how I want. Thank you for tuning in to Solomon Speaks. Have a good evening.